Argentina. Are you ready with the tango? You guys put your hands together for Eddie Sass.
That is the most beautiful tango I have ever heard. That sounds like the same stuff. Hey guys, happy Cinco De Mayo. How y'all doing? Feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. I know I don't look Spanish, but yeah, I'm from Argentina. But you know, I wanted to feel like I blended in, so I dressed like a mechanic today. Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm really proud of this next thing. My parents are actually in the house somewhere over there, right? Yeah, my parents came over there. I gave it up to my dad, probably my mom 40-something years ago. Apparently they did it twice. I have a sister. So. Oh my goodness. So it's funny, I'll tell you stories about my parents real quick. You know, growing up, my dad used to always tell me, well, first of all, I used to get phone calls all the time from my teachers calling the house, very disruptive. I'm always, you know, being the prankster, of course, you know. So my dad sat me down, had a serious discussion with me. He says, you know what, everybody's only going to remember you as a class clown. A clown, that's all you're ever going to be. Here I am. Thanks, Dad. Oh my God, but and the funny thing is though, you know, that ever since I became a comedian, my parents are great because they always try to give me jokes to tell. They always think it's funny. Everybody does this, you know, to us as comedians. But what's really funny is my mom, who's not really the funnier one, right? She decides to tell me this joke, and she says, Eddie, this joke is so good. It's so good. You have to do this on the stage. Trust me, that's what she sounds like. You have to do this. It's so good. Okay, and then I made everybody laugh when I said this. It's so good. So then I said, well, what was it? Maybe it's worth hearing, you know? She says, I don't remember. So there it is, guys. Nice one. Awesome. On the way over here today, I wanted to kind of get in the mood a little bit, so I was listening to the radio. I turned on some reggaeton. Anybody like reggaeton? That's all that happens in fucking reggaeton. It's very annoying. I thought I had a flat. The only Spanish music I grew up with in the house, my mom used to love Julio Iglesias. You had that right? Yeah. Before his son fucked everything up for everybody. But I remember a lot of Julio. I used to love Julio, and I think he was really good in his time, you know, until he made that stupid jump where suddenly he decided to do a song with Willie Nelson. You guys know what I'm talking about? It was like this. It was like, to all the girls I loved before. I don't know the rest of the words. For helping me to do I know that I know to all the girls I loved before. To all the girls who share. And now there's someone else's wife. Beautiful, beautiful. You guys got babies to that stuff, right? My house wasn't too much Spanish going on back in those days. There was actually, you know, I had some things that were kind of Spanishy, you know, and I'm sure you guys can relate. We always had that old, which happens in all Spanish households for some reason. Everybody has that old console TV that doesn't work, but there's always a TV on top of it. That's so weird. So I'd sit down on the plastic that's covering the couch and watch the little TV. Oh my goodness. Do we have any tourists here today? No tourists? Oh, awesome. Let's talk about that. You know, I know that there's no Brazilian tourists here. And the reason I know that is because there's no little flag to lead them all here. They're always chanting and jumping after a flag. don't know what I'm talking about, just go to the theme parks or go to the outlets. They're always pulling luggage everywhere they go to. It's true. And they pull their little luggage to the outlet that sells luggage. And they buy a bigger piece of luggage and put that inside of it. Imagine they get home, they're unpacking it, like a little piece of luggage, a bigger piece of luggage, another one. Like they were Russian or something, you know? It requires a little thought, folks. Yeah, you don't know, right? Oh, there you go. I was just half Russian, there you go. Which half, man? You have anything inside of you that's going to pop out during my show? Because it's freaking me out. That's not that part of it. And the Brazilians nowadays, you know, it kind of pisses me off because now they're giving us that Zika virus too, trying to kill us off as they're taking everything over in the area. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I think we should build a big wall around Brazil right about now. Oh my goodness. But you know, they're always running around with their little selfie sticks too. And a lot of tourists with selfie sticks, right? Aren't they annoying? Yeah, selfie sticks. You know, these guys, everywhere they go, and I'm glad that Disney banned them now. That's awesome. Yeah, right? Woo, you know, for Disney banning shit, whatever. But anyway, no, it's good that they banned them because these things are really annoying. And one day I was at the park and I was getting really frustrated because everywhere I went, selfie stick in the face, selfie stick, selfie stick. I had it. At the end of the day, I see one guy just holding his. It was a long day. He had it down kind of low. And I thought maybe he was trying to do his little upskirt videos that you see. So they didn't know what I'm talking about. Like, don't tell anybody I'm watching those. Did you know that he watches upskirt videos? Oh my goodness. But anyway, so he's walking there, and I just was so mad. I left the park, and I went over to him, and I just kicked it away from him. But it turns out the guy was blind. Alright, he never saw it coming. Oh my goodness. But I kid a lot about Brazilians. I mean, they're fine to have around. They pay for everything for us. I love it. But the one Brazilian that I really do like, I mean, anybody here a soccer fan? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And that's how I know there's some Spanish people in the audience, because some people are black, that's awesome. But you know, we've got Orlando City now. In Orlando City, we've got our big guy. Yeah, right, easily. I used to play for them. But now they have that superstar. You guys know his name? A guy. That's some kind of weird mating call. Sorry to say that in your face. Anyway, so they got Kaká now, and it's you know, he's really great, you know. And occasionally he does play for his Brazilian national team. And you know, being Argentinian, I watch a lot of soccer. And then the Argentinian team has a really famous guy also. Everybody know what that is? Messi, right? Messi. So what happens is, I like to watch this, and I watch it on the Spanish channel. And anybody else watching this, if you don't understand Spanish, it sounds a little like this. It's kind of like, Messi, Kaká, Messi, Kaká. It reminds me of when I'm walking the dog, you know. Oh my God, this morning I'm walking the dog, and she's doing her business out there, and I'm that guy that doesn't take the little plastic bag out with me, you know. But I'm cool, like you all fucking do it. Come on. I'm stuck in that shit, that was not good luck. But at least I make an effort, because I had a neighbor that pulled out and drove up really slow, and I was out there, and there she is taking a dump, and I'm like, I'm thinking, I gotta, this person won't drive away, and I didn't want to make it look bad. So I had to pretend like, oh, I'm reaching in to get a little bag, you know? I still didn't have a bag, and they weren't leaving, so I just kind of pulled out my pocket, and was like... But they still didn't leave, so I had to pick up the shit with my pocket. I didn't have time to change either. High fives after the show, guys. Well, thanks, you brought one up. For next time. Are you thinking that she's going to take a shit in a little bit? You're going to pick it up for her? I'm pretty rich. Good job. Good job. Right on, man. Baby. You picked that up, baby. Oh my goodness. So I was single for a long time, and I was doing the whole dating thing, and I decided I wanted to turn to internet dating. Anybody do that? A couple of you. It should be more of you, because I dated half the room in here. And it went well. I promise I'll call. But, no, you're laughing. I'm sorry. I'll call back. We went on our date, and I was rushing. She liked that. This night I was a little worried that something was going to come out of you as you talked earlier. And all I wanted was to put something in you, so that was. Anyway, so I want to go out on this date with this girl, and I met this one, and I wanted somebody really, really professional and marriage-minded like myself. So I did my research, and there's Christian Mingle, and there's eHarmony. So I turned to Craigslist. Because I could find myself a girlfriend and an old mattress to sleep with her on for free. Same site. Anyway, I went on another site. I met a girl. She was great. We connected. I will date all types, all religions, whatever, races. I don't care. But I will say this one in particular happened to be a tall, thin, blonde, long, flowing blonde hair. Beautiful girl. So I get over to her house, and I was so excited to meet her. And when I finally get over there, I think her camera was a little out of focus when she did her little selfie, right? But she turned out to be short and chubby and black. But she still had the long, flowing, golden hair. And I think it was natural. And she was very fond of it because she kept touching me. Hey, you know what, guys? I did continue with the date because everything's better dipped in chocolate anyway, I figured. So I went ahead with the date, and the thing is, she answers the door wearing these little yellow shorts, and they're the kind of shorts that have something written on the back, right? Now, hers said, "Bootylicious." Yeah, but she was a big girl, so it was all wedged in her crack, and it just said, "Bus." So I got on the bus and took it for a ride. You guys getting off the back of the bus. That was awesome. Guys, thank you so much. My name is Eddie Sass.